is Luc Boulanger, outside operation at the ski area here in Sutton. Sutton started, actually it's my father that developed the trail layout. It's a dream that he had, by working downtown here at the dairy. He was a guy that was making his professional was making butter, and he went skiing at Stowe, Vermont, and he fell in love with skiing. And then he had this hill in his face. As he was working through the window, he could see the mountain. So then he started to try to convince his father, and he started to walk the area. He walked the area for 5 years. He consulted some guys in the industry, like engineering consultant, and then that's where it all started. And his father backed him up in this project, and now we are here today. Through the years, we've got upgraded all the equipment in one way. We put detachable. Actually, we were one of the first one in Canada to have a second one, I'd say, but first one of this type of Doppelmayr quad detachable in Quebec. So yes, we've put some new equipment in without changing the layout and the building necessarily. We've put newest BR, we've got snowmaking automatic, but we've kept it natural. We haven't modified the slope. We've adapted the equipment to our slope. We have these old machines in the back here. They haven't been replaced with BR or Bombardier or 2-tracks machine. We bought these machines when we've installed it snowmaking, but we didn't wind the trails because we put snowmaking. So that's why we kept it authentic, and we kept it as natural as it is. And it's what I call patrimoine. So we saved the patrimoine, and we're happy to we're proud now to have kept this patrimoine, even if we've been criticized for many years, saying why we didn't do like everybody else. But that's how we stay unique, right?
The mountain has been owned since 1960 by Boulanger family, actually. And through the years, they kept in mind the value of the preservation of nature. It's very important here. That's why you can see a lot of trees. And some years they planted up to 1,000 of trees in order to preserve the nature and the unique Glade concept of skiing we have here. And we can feel it everywhere you are at the mountain. You can feel the authenticity of the skiers, the authenticity of the mountain, and enjoy.
Jean-Michel Ryan, General Manager at Mont Sutton. It's a special feeling that you can get. Sometimes our customers are saying that there's a special spirit at the mountain. We call that the spirit of the mountain, and it's like there's a heart inside of this hill, and the customer and the skiers are just feeling it, and it's why when you ski it, you adapt it, and when you have skiers that are here from generation. The mountain is really unique. If you have been skied many places, what is specific at Mont Sutton is the numbers of intersections that you can get, the diversification of the trail that you can do or the ride that you can do. And once you discover how to ski the mountain and play with the intersections, then you really fall in love with it, because that's really the real pleasure. It's not just going from the top to the bottom, but play with the different trails and the different intersections. So you may be in the same sector for 3 hours, but you won't do the same trails one after the other, So even sometimes it's difficult to do the same trail or the same ride, because there's so many possibilities. So that's one of the specific things, and I think it's really one of the most interesting things of the mountain, plus the glades evidently that we have, a lot of glades that we have that are specific to Mont Sutton.
My name is Joel Curtin, and I've been living here in Sutton for 10 years. I moved down to Sutton specifically to ski this mountain, and I'm never moving away. What attracted me the most to the ski hill Mont Sutton is by far the glades, the quality of the glade skiing, the sous-bois skiing, the number of junctions that the hill has to offer that varies every single run you can take throughout the day. No two runs are ever the same. At Mont Sutton, there's a fantastic microclimate that goes on here where storms seem to get trapped against the mountain and sometimes give us 20, 30, even 40% more snow than other ski hills in the townships. We have a fantastic design to the mountain here where it starts progressively off as green and blue trails moving your way over towards black trails, and then even further on to double black and triple black diamond trails. There's no way for a new skier to find himself in the wrong area of Mont Sutton. It's very easy to have a great progression to your own skiing, moving from one chairlift to the next chairlift, and the ambiance that's created here at Mont Sutton through the great variety of different employees. There's a fantastic level of bilingualism here in the Eastern Townships and at specific Suttonley, but by far it's the atmosphere that's created.
Well, Mont Sutton is obviously well known for its glade, so we have 45% of Glade's terrain here, and we have 60 trails, 204 junctions, so you can create your own path on every run. So every run is a discovery here at Mont Sutton, and skiers have been skiing here for over 40 years, even 50 years, and they still discover the mountain here. So it's very nice. And for people who are at their first visit here, we have a free ambassador guide service, so you can go with them, and they bring you on the mountain, so you can discover the mountain as you wish, and depending of what you're looking for, and depending of the level of skier you are.
I don't know. It's a very hard question. I like them all. But I mean, every time I go out, I can actually right here beside, and the beginner run, the barcarolle we call, I would like to, every time I bring somebody, I don't know why, but I'll start from our expert run and I'll end into those beginner run. With the rolls and knolls at that trail, we kept the knoll and rolls in it. When I bring somebody that is expert, he still have fun skiing in it. We arrive there and we still have fun till the last turn, and we're at the bottom of the mountain. So, it's a nice trail. And I like the Caprice, for instance, in chair 2. It's like nobody knows where that little sous-bois is, and it's right beside our main quad chair. And it's always nice in there.
Well, there's a lot of special trails here, but one of my most favorites is the Fantasy, of course, because it's on the other side of the hill. It's on natural snow, and there's a lot of really nice big trees, and you just feel alone when you're in this trail. But there's a lot of other one, like the Boo Boo, a special Boo Boo. It's a really tough one, also triple diamonds. But you can have fun on the west side of the mountain also. So just pick your trail.
Yeah, well, again, the Glade was question of back then when you're talking about, it's what, 50 years now, the first trail. So everything was costly to take out. So rocks or big trees, they left them, simply left them, and we ski around them. So and we never took them out. So and that's what we with the years we realized that it was fun skiing in those. We had feeling because the terrain is natural, because we didn't doze. Otherwise, if we would have dozed and bulldozed into those trails, we would have killed the trees. So the terrain stayed natural. Just the layout was, there's curves, and that's what's fun about the place, is because there's a lot of intersection. There's intersection everywhere, so people make their own circuit through our trails. So there's all kinds of intersections. So they take so they can make in one run 3 different sections. So they make their own layout. So then it never gets boring.
Sutton has progressed over time, opening up more and more challenging runs, narrower runs. The mountain doesn't feel the need to clear all of the trees off of a ski run here at Sutton. The quantity of trees in the runs and in between the runs helps the snow collect. It keeps us sheltered from the wind. It keeps the sun from beating down on the trails and allows us to ski well into April and sometimes into May when we're lucky.
We have this nice activity called Snow on the Beach, and that's the tougher guys that can do this type of activity. You have to cross the lake. You need to get to speed and make sure that you won't fall into the water, the cold water. That's in the spring season. And I can tell you that's really fun because I did it also just to show the people that even the manager can cross the lake. And it's really fun. You can enjoy it. People are just being around and have fun. They are with the sunshine, and there's a nice spirit around. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I made it the first time, but just to give the show, I went to another times and I just fall into the lake. But I shouldn't do that because it's really cold.
One good thing here at Mont Sutton is you can find a chalet wherever you are at the mountain. There are 4 chalets on the mountain. One at the base of the mountain, another one at the altitude 680 meters, just beside the chairlift too. You can enjoy a nice moment with your family close to the fireplace. And as well, there's another one chalet at the altitude 840 meters. So one more time you can enjoy a nice moment close to the fireplace, warm up a bit between 2 runs, and of course the unconditional bread chili bowl.
The slogan, like nowhere else, comme nulle part ailleurs, it very much does represent the philosophy of management and the philosophy of the ski hill. The chalet has a feeling of history to it, as do most of the chairlifts, right up to our Tucker bar, name stolen from the Tucker grooming machines that are still used to this day. We have a few extra ones lying around where they can cannibalize parts to keep these machines up and running, to add to the look and to the feel and to the authenticity of the mountain. And on top of it all, there are quite a few gladed trails where they can't use new grooming equipment, where they need to use our old grooming equipment, these Tucker machines, to make tight turns to get around the trees in our very narrow trails. Mont Sutton, like nowhere else, manages to offer on a daily basis every variety of trail. You can come and ski groomed terrain on a daily basis at Mont Sutton, whereas if we've had a good dumping of snow, during the week, 3 days later, you still might be cutting fresh tracks on the more hidden areas of the mountain. The snow park is in constant development and evolution, constantly changing. And in terms of the terrain, the glades, the moguls, this is a very natural hill. It's often left as ski sauvage, which I myself adore. And well, if you haven't skied Sutton, you need to experience it at least once this season.
Well, the mountain is well known for its glades, and here for people who are at their first experience with glade skiing, we offer here at the Sutton Snow School lessons, especially into the glades. So it's pretty much fun if you want to learn new skills, to experience the glades and the variety of the terrain here at Mont Sutton. So for more information, you can find it on montsutton.com.